Hello. Hello, my friends. How are you? Hi again, Satyam. Time of events reported D-Day was based on daylight saving time. Some time the USA they were observing. Okay. Good morning from Virginia. Good morning to Virginia, Carrie. Hello, Catherine. Good morning. Hello to Montana. Thanks, Irene. Hi, Vicky. Hello, Audrey in Pennsylvania. Hi, Francis. Hey, Marybeth. How are you today? Hello, Jen. To Charlotte, maybe. Thank you, Jim. I think connection is pretty good today here. Oh, Jen, so you're going to have got a mini souvenir. Because I'm just at the right position. I'm standing exactly where maybe your feather has been landed. Look. Ah, bonjour à Bruxelles. Okay, Jen. You will see it will be a little bit different on beams. So here, look, where am I? You see my shoes? Full of sand. That's a nice image, no? My mountain shoes. I use my mountain shoes to go to the seaside. So how are you doing, everybody? Patrick, Thank you, Karen. Yeah, the weather is, 10 minutes ago, it was raining. 10 minutes ago, you can see, look, if you look at the sun, you can see the drop of the water on the sand. So I thought, oh my God, it starts raining. I have no umbrella. I've got, I've got my t-shirt with my bare arms, so short sleeve. So I said, just my cap to protect myself. So I said it's going to be terrible, and finally, no, the weather is good. So my friends, we're going to start the tour in a couple of seconds. So today we are doing our two last tours of the D-Day. And this morning I did a tour. I've seen Satyam inside. I don't know who else were there this morning, but we did a very calm place. We were in the marshes of the Cotentin, of the Bay of the Cotentin. This is the Cotentin, and I'm right at the seaside. So we are at the western seaside today, the one which was at the extreme place where the Allied made the landing on the D-Day. This one of the 5 beaches, and I'm going to put some images to explain you a little bit more of that. So just a reminder that I've shown you that image quite often, but just a reminder. So you see we are in Utah Beach today, not in the state of Utah in America, but in Utah Beach in France. So this is, you see, at the extreme west. This is the American sectors divided in between Utah and Omaha. And in between that, you've got the Rangers, where we were yesterday, the Pointe du Hoc that we did yesterday night. And in the countryside, we have got Sainte-Marie-du-Mont. That's where we go afterwards, where the 101 airbornes have been parachuted, and the 92s, the 91st Airborne Division 2. The 101 is the famous screaming eagles. And they arrived here, and they were to secure Utah Beach from the inside. And here we are in Utah Beach, okay? So that's where the people landing. Just also a quick remembrance about what was representing in quantity. You see the numbers of aircraft, the numbers of ship, the numbers of men, the numbers of all the different information about. You can keep it so like that. This one gives you all the information of how many peoples have been landing in. Hello, Sandra, to Ireland. How many people have been landing here in one day? This is amazing when you look at the numbers of it. So, yes. Oh, so it's very interesting because I post you 2 other images and then we go. So I post that one because I will show you it again a little bit later in the tour. This is one of the LCA, the famous landing craft engine, which were from where the soldiers were jumping in the water, and they were going. We're going to go inside one of these one. I want you to feel exactly how it was that day. Okay, so we're going to go to in one of these. On this one, and also I wanted to show you. You are speaking about tank, Jen. So here, the tank which arrived here were like that. So you see, they have got what we call a skirt. The skirt, in fact, is something which was full of air. So it was like it was something to make the tank to be able to not to swim, but like a boat tank. I don't know how I can say that, amphibia. So this tank, in fact, the 2 battalions of floating tank. Okay, thank you. So 2 battalions of tank arrive here, and it's due to these 2 battalions of tank that the numbers of people who died on the seaside has been, if I can say, lower than everywhere else. Of course, 1 dead is too much, and here we had around 200 GIs who died on the first attack on the beach. Of course, 200 is far too much, but comparing to Omaha, 4,000, you see, and in Omaha, the tank couldn't reach the seaside. So due to that, yes, absolutely, Jen. So the tank, in fact, saved the life because in Omaha the tank were not there, so the German could shoot the soldiers like dolls. Here, the tank could reach the seaside because in fact, they made a little mistake of two miles. They were supposed to be 2 miles on the east, and with the bad weather, the boat arrived 2 miles on the west of the normal landing position, and that saved many people because by chance, at the place where they arrived, 2 miles on the west, it was less defensive than 2 miles on the east. So due to that, and with the arrival of the tank, in fact, quickly the German has been defeated and the troops could land in. So let's see where we are. You see, that's Utah Beach. I didn't speak because I want to hear. I want you to hear how it can be calm today. And now let me make you hear the same vision that you've just had from that day. now you can have a better idea of what was the sound these days. Not at all what we have today. So I hope it can give you a... this is a recording from the movie, The Longest Day. And you see, when the soldiers arrive to the shore, that's what they saw. And the Germans were at the top of the hill. So the soldiers from here had to run to the top of the hill. So they had to run from the seaside, and they have to go there quickly, as quick as they could, to be able to arrive and to reach the top of the hill. Okay? But when you are going up, like here, you know, it's a little mound, so it's difficult. You have to imagine you are wet because you have jumped in the water. Your shoes are wet. Your clothes are wet, meaning heavier. Also, you are carrying 20 kilograms of different things, you know, weapons, medic, ammunition, food and things like that. So you are jumping with 20 kilograms on you. Your things are wet. You are hearing around you the shooting of the machine guns, the grenades, the bombs, everything around you. You see your mate falling on the floor, bleeding, and you just keep running like that to try to reach the top of it. Not to be said it was like landing in hell. Yeah, because it was everywhere. You know, the Germans were shooting at that. And you see here, I just posted an image on the post things before the tour. You see, they didn't all did it. 200 of them died here. And you see somebody came and put the pictures of his family right here, just as a souvenir, at the place where he's supposed to died that day, on the beach of Romandy. It's hard, Jim, yes, it's hard to run on a sand beach when your clothes are wet and when you are carrying materials and where you are under the fire of the enemy. To think of all the other one, like this young one who died here for our freedom. So let's go to the top of the hill to see the commemoration things they have got here. And you see myself, I'm walking in the sun with my heavy shoes. And it's already hard, but I'm just walking. Okay, look, you see the sand is very soft. So you make hole. And it's already hard just by walking. So imagine, try to run here, being shooted on with your wet clothes, on your heavy stuff. This is very, very difficult. And just by walking, yes, and that's what I mean. Yes, 20 kilograms of materials in the bag and front pack. You see, when you arrive at the top of the dune, finally, that's where you reach the German, because the Germans were standing over there, and that's from where you start shooting back on the German. As I said, happily, due to the tank division, happily, the main German defense, I mean the guns, the main German guns, could be destroyed due to the action of the German tank, of the Allied tank, you know, the tank who were floating. My pleasure, Jen. So, and after that, you arrive in the landscape, and you see over there, for instance, you have got a German bunker. You see here, this is a German strong position from where they were shooting on the soldiers. And so after that, it's not because you are here that you're safe. because of course the Germans are going to track back. So we're going to pass to the different memorials which are standing on this position of Utah Beach. And the soldiers could make the junction in the evening with the airbornes, which have been parachuted in Sainte-Marie-l'Église. So in Utah Beach, it's one of the beach with Gold Beach for the English sectors, where they have they did the complete target of the day. In Omaha, they didn't do it because due to the incredible resistance of the German, and also didn't do it in Juneau. So here in the end of the evening, it was done. So here you've got a lot of memorials. It's one of the seaside where you have got most of the memorials, which are giving tribute to the different people who were there, to the memories of the heroic dead of the 19th Infantry Division, US Army, 6th of June 1945. So you're going to have all these monuments to all the people who came here and died here. So this is the logo of the 19th Infantry Division. And at the top here, you have got the guns, the German guns, which have been destroyed, not destroyed but taken by the troops here. So we're going to go there. And here you see a bit everywhere, you've got the tribute in memory of the 946 American servicemen who died night of the 20th of April. So that was before, because they were preparing, in fact, they were preparing the exercise from here. In proud memory of our dead 1st Engineer Special Brigade, 630. And then there's a plaque from the city of Sainte-Marie-du-Mont who said thank you. Oh, good terrain. I mean good for you to be able to imagine. So you have got here all the names of the soldiers who died. So from the Engineer Special Brigade, from the 2nd Naval Beach US Navy, and you have got all the the squadron, 12th, 18th, 301st, 595, that's all the squadrons of all the soldiers who did here. Again, the engineer combat. And here you see you've got one of these German gun, which were standing here and shooting on the American landing craft. And just some distance, from here, for instance, Bournemouth. You see Bournemouth is 155 kilometers from here, so something like 250 miles. Southampton, 169. That's some boats which were standing here, shooting. That boat has been sink, the Reach, 8 miles from here, Portsmouth. That boat also has been sink. You know, we always think about the soldiers from the army, but think also about the Navy men who were there and who brought the landcraft ship to here. Here there are two French aircraft pilots, Sergeant Pilote Boissieu, Sous-Lieutenant Canu, Sergeant Hensen, from the 342 Squadron, Group Lorraine. These are the one who, this French squadron did something very important. This aircraft battle from the French Française Libre have got the job to come to the seaside and to drop on the seaside some smoking. So you see, they were dropping not bomb, but they were dropping smoking bomb. So like that, the smoke was trying to hide the soldiers from the German. That's all the boats which were there: the Hobson, the HMS Erebus, the Nevede. You see the different aircraft which was there. And Berlin was still 1,100 kilometers from here. That the distance, it took nearly 1 year to do these 1,100 kilometers from here to Berlin, the 8th of May. And so here you've got a German gun from the flak, and you see that these guns was hitting the soldiers at the seaside. So let's carry now visit of the different memorials. Now we are at the place where the Germans were. Okay, so we are at the defensive place. You see, you've got the barbed wires here, which are still there since the D-Day. The front one is new, but this one is old. You see, this is the real one from the D-Day. And the soldiers, when they were arriving here, also they have to pass above that. And I don't know if any of you have been touched once by a bar wire, but that's really painful. And you can imagine the soldiers falling down into that. It's very difficult. Yes, these memorials are free. Museum not. All the museum you pay, but the memorials, yes, they are free. I think it's normal, no, to make them free, to make everybody to be able to come here and to pay tribute to the boys who fall there now. So this monument is really moving. This is the statue which has been made representing the different groups of soldiers who made the battle. We're going to see that and just have a look at the plaque here. See, in honor of the first combatant of the Operation Neptune, that was the code name on Utah Beach, including the P-01C First Class Angelo Chatas, a U.S. naval combatant, demolition unit frogman. 6 sailors gave their lives and 11 were wounded in support of clearing beach obstacle for the U.S. Army 4th Infantry Division. And you see that's all the LCT which arrive here. So look, this. So to the officer and sailors of the United States Navy, whose competence, courage and sacrifice enable Operation Overlord, the greatest amphibious invasion in history, the selfless cause was to destroy tyranny and restore freedom and self-determination. The fallen will never be forgotten. The veteran will ever be honored. In grateful appreciation, the Naval Order of the United States. It represents the different soldiers from the Navy Corps. So the infantry from the Navy, the command officer from the boat, and the sailorman. Who is putting an artillery into the gun from the boat. So it's in respect to all these people. And now I propose you a quite amazing experience. It's good to see one of these craft ships, and just to go inside, just to go with just like if you were them, okay? These landcraft ships have been made in America. I don't know if you know where they have been made. They have been made in a very special city. Yes, all the country lost men. The French resistance, where my father was, lost more like 40, oh gosh, it started raining. 40,000 men from the French resistance died. Netherlands, Poland, Czechoslovakia, from everywhere people were fighting against the Nazi. Yes, Roberta, they have been made in New Orleans, absolutely. And so this is a statue which is representing the lone sailor in Normandy. So just a statue to honor all the sailors, men who came here with their package of sailormen and wear their typical hat for sailormen. Yes, the Higgins boats, Roberta, absolutely. So we're going to see one of them, no? This is one of them, and I will show you the experience to be inside for you to understand a little bit how it was to be inside that and how you were feeling inside the boat when the door were opening. So that's the Higgins boat, You can read it's written in English, no? So see, it said developed by Andrew Jackson Higgins, the LCVP, by Higgins Industry in New Orleans. They were carrying up 36 soldiers and was capable up to 12 knots and could be outfitted with a pair of Browning M1919 machine guns that we see on this one. And there were 4 people who were the personnel of the boat. So this memorial to Higgins, his boat, and the men who rowed ashore in them has been given to the people of France by the citizens of Columbus, Nebraska, the birthplace of Andrew Jackson Higgins. The memorial here is a replica of a memorial built in Columbus in 2001, and it's also a celebration of partnership between Columbus and Sainte-Marie-du-Mont, 2 communities tied together by history and a heritage of freedom. And this is the statue of Andrew Jackson Higgins, born in 1886, died in 1952. The statue has been by the Nebraskan artist Fred Hope. It's a real size statue, you see. Well, he is my size. You see when the soldiers were arriving and when they were facing that. If you saw on Ukraine the defense of Kiev and other places, you have seen these people who were preparing that to slow down the engine, you see. 2020, we saw the people of Kiev preparing the same things to protect themselves against the Russian troops. And here in 1944, the Germans did exactly the same to avoid the Allied troops to arrive easily. Do you know about these memorials were put up? Well, it's different timing, you know, and it's a lot of them has been done in this century, in the 2000s, but some are older. But most of the thing has been done in the 2000s, and some are from the 1980 already. It depends on which location you are, and every year they add new memorials. You know, the latest memorials which has been added is the one of Gold Beach for the British and Commonwealth soldiers, who has been added in 2019. Just think to be one of these guys. Just think of them. And look, that's how they were leaving the boat. Running in line, one behind one. Running out of the boat. And one in the front, of course, was the most exposed. And behind him, 2 other and more were coming. And you see how he was carrying his backpack, his bayonet, the ammunition. That one is there. He's like a brain. Remember, they were age 18, 19, 20, 30, 40 for certain of them. And you see the spade, which was used to build a hole to protect them after. So think about your family, think about your sons who are aged from 18. They could have been one of these. And you see, they were going out of this boat. So I propose you to have the privilege to go in one of these landcraft boats and to imagine how it was to be inside these boats. You see, metal on the floor, just for you to avoid to fall down. Here, you had 2 machine guns. So you have got one soldier here, another soldier here, using the machine gun, like that, to protect the boat from the aircraft or other people. So from this one, they could turn the ship after that, and they could shoot on the German. And if there was any attack on the landcraft boat, that was 2 machine guns to protect the landcraft boat. And here you have got the position of the driver. So you see the drivers was here. You see the wheel by how he was directing the boat, and here is for the speed. And the door were closed, the guys were inside, and if I show you again the first image I posted, that's how they were going out, you see? But here now, imagine, it's calm, okay? Let me put to you again the noise that we heard before, because I think it's interesting for you to remember that the boat wasn't like that. The guys were standing here. They were not standing up, of course, because you see myself, I'm up. If I show you myself, I'm up outside, okay? So of course I'm not going to stand like that because I can be touched by a German bullet. So I'm going to be like that, okay? You see, I'm going to stand like that in the boat and to try to protect myself from the explosion. But of course, if something comes from the sky and fall in the boat, in that case, no chance to survive. Yes, and just imagine again the noise I already make you heard. And the boat was like that, you know. Because the sea was storming. So just to make you think it wasn't calm like it is now, that was the noise, that how they were inside. A lot of them were seasick when they arrived. They were just vomiting inside. And when they arrived, you know, they were running from the sea under the fire of the German to the beach that we've seen, and then simply trying to survive and do their mission. And here outside, you've got some military weapons, which are put an anchor for one of the boats. Another memorials, and here you've got a Sherman trunk. That one who has got the nickname of Cannonball. And you see, over there you find not the bird, but the German defense, you see? See over there, there's a bunker again. see behind the car, lorry over there. Over there it's a German bunker that you may have seen if you were with me yesterday in Point du Roc or yesterday morning in the artillery bunker of Log. Sorry. Our dreamer, so thanks for his service. And you too, Jen, of course. That was the best. Also the Russian, the T-72, I forgot the numbers. But there was a very good Russian tank too. But anyway, the tank during the war was unfortunately, if I can say, quite good. Because the German Panzer was also a fantastic tank. But the chairman was very. I know if you want to see a very good movie about the tank crew, I recommend you to look. Oh gosh, forgot the name suddenly. Oh gosh, it's a very good. It's an American movie. It's not Furio. It's Fury. I really recommend you to look at Fury because it's a very good, very good movie about. Yeah. Lots of us have got relatives, of course. Well, for me too, my father. So, for us, lots of us, and for everybody, it's a very important time to remember. The one we are going to see after that in Sainte-Marie-du-Mont. That's my favorite museum. I think the Sainte-Marie-du-Mont museum is absolutely fantastic. And the one, a part of that, the best one, the largest one, in the one in Caen. But the one in Caen it's not only about the D-Day, but it's about the Battle of Normandy. So here the museum you have got at the coast are about the Battle of the D-Day and the day after that. And in Caen you have got the whole Battle of Normandy. So it's really, really impressive, the Caen Museum, the Caen Memorials. Yes, Jen, I can imagine that. The numbers exactly of German run in this seaside here, I don't know the exact numbers of the, it was a Panzer Grenadier division which was here, so I don't know the exact numbers at this precise location. And you see, you have got everywhere in Normandy, you have got, well, this is not only for the D-Day, but always you've got the Alley of the Hero. So all over the location of the D-Days, you have got panels like that in the street. You have got that everywhere where you have got a hero who died at that location. So for instance here, Amos J. Overland, he said never forget, ne jamais oublier, World War II hero, 4th Infantry Division. This is the same division, the 4th Infantry of Bradley, who came to Paris for the liberation. And you see, you've got everywhere this alley with the name of the people. Yes, D-Day +2, but the D-Day is the landing, but we should call it the these days because it took 3 days, 4 days, to deliver some city around here. And on Caen, never forget, which is just 40 minutes driving today by the motorway. It took 5 weeks to reach that. So my friend, thank you so much to have been with me for this tour. This is not the last one of the day. There is 2 more today. One is Sainte-Marie-du-Mont, and I highly recommend Sainte-Marie-du-Mont, the museum and the clock of the church, with the church tower where the parachuters was hanging, and but especially the museum, where you can spend time in the museum because it's an absolutely incredible museum. And also after that, don't forget tonight at 8 p.m. French time, if you want, I have got a Granville, which is not about the D-Day, but which is just a beautiful Normand city in the Bay of Mont Saint-Michel. So thank you so much to have been with me. Thank you so much for your contribution and your donation, because that's that's how I live, and these two are quite a lot to do for me, because driving, hotel, petrol and everything. So I hope you can enjoy. I do that for you, and so thank you to help me to do that too. Take a great care of yourself, and see you in a couple of hours. Next tour is at 4 p.m. So you will see. I got your email, Angie. Thank you. And yes, I will reply tonight. But yes, I think in your email everything is correct. Thank you, Denise. Thank you, Beverly, Wendy, Alexandra, and all the one before. Thanks a lot. It means a lot for me. And I hope you could not enjoy it, but the one who have been specially related, like Jen, for instance, here. I hope you could have a good remembrance and to pay a good tribute to your family, relatives, or friends who have been World War hero. Thank you so much. When was it? Did you see? I don't know what you mean. Sorry. Bye bye. Take care.